stay focused. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to nobody, homie. What's on your mind, just do it. Because what's destined for you, you gonna get it.
What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to a new video of WIZLAND with Wiz. Happy to be with you guys today. You already read the title of the video, so you know what the video will be about, which is basically life is not a montage. And let me explain. I mean, if you're watching this video, you're obviously watching a long format video. But our society has become more so of a short, instant gratification type of society. It's something that is very apparent. All the main platforms in social media, we're talking about Reels in Instagram, we're talking about Shorts on YouTube, and obviously we're talking about TikTok. Our lives are not montages. A montage, if you don't know what it is basically a cut in time or a phase in someone's life, more so in a movie, where they go through a long period of time, but they actually create this motivational slash inspirational scene that might take up to 2 to 3 minutes, based on the quote unquote the highlights of that journey. And they created badass atmosphere. It's very motivational, inspirational, but it's very much cut to the highlights only. And you have to understand, when you see that, when you're seeing the highlights, you're only seeing the good things in social media, also in movies, you're only seeing about 1% of the real thing. Life is not like that. And I think that when you start understanding that life is not like that, there is a process to things, that to be okay with a process and be okay with going through steps in a journey. And I don't want to just say enjoy the journey, because it's pretty much a cliche, and sometimes cliches are cliches for a reason. But you also have to understand that while you are in a journey, not every journey is going to take a long time, and that's okay. But also, don't be expecting things to be a montage. Life is not a montage, man. Life is not going to be happy. It's not going to be motivational. It's not going to be inspirational at all. It's going to be boring. It's going to be, right now, I'm in the phase in my life where a lot of things have become much of a habit. They're very boring. I'm very predictable. So basically, you can literally, if you look into my life, you know where I'm at what time. So I've become very predictable and boring because I'm trying to attain certain things that will take me in this phase of my life to be doing those things. I don't really have allowed myself to go out within the last maybe 2 to 3 years. And when I was in a relationship, in a relationship when I was there with my girl and everything, it was very much limited to me. I was still going out with her, we would still do things, but I still had to, it was very limited. I'm not even gonna lie, it was hard for me to get myself out of a mindset of me just enjoying life, because I knew I had so much to do, and being productive and trying to attain things that I know that I was trying to catch up on. So having said that, now in this time and age, I'm very much focused on just me doing things that have to do with my work, doing things that have to do with my fitness, doing things that have to do with my mindset, and also trying to improve on those habits. That's one of the main reasons I started doing 75 hard, because it's making things much easier for me to stay on course and to actually enforce my thought that I want to become better. So you have to understand that wherever phase you're in life, it is not going to be a fucking montage. The best montage clip that I like is from Rocky 4. The best clip that I like, it's also from Goal. If you ever seen the movie Goal, and I mean, I'm a very sports-oriented person, so I like anything that has to do with sports. We're talking about soccer, football, basketball. boxing, UFC, anything that has to do with sports for the most part. I entertain because I enjoy sports, and usually montages, highlight clips, or whatever the case is, they're used a lot in sports where we like looking at the limelight. We like looking at players' highlights. We like looking at the success they're attaining on the field, or the preparation that it might take a boxer or a UFC fighter, or the training that the inspirational, motivational training that these people go through. But in reality, when you train, for the most part, it's not as inspirational as the edit. The edit, the people that edit those videos are the ones that make that vibe so motivational, so inspirational. But I'm pretty sure that when the athletes are going through that, they're not always 100% turned on, in the sense that they might not want to do the training, but they're still pushing themselves to do it because it's part of the game. It's part of them staying in the game. It's part of them attaining to become. It's part of them continuing to sharpen their blade, even though they might not want to continue to sharpen the blade, because they know that by them doing that, they're getting better. They're going to become better. They're getting prepared to actually go to the field and perform and create badass moments. So that's the message I want to share with you guys. Understand that life is not a montage. Understand that life is not going to be as motivational, inspirational as you might see it on screen, on a digital platform, or on a movie. Because if you do, you're going to quit. That's the main reason a lot of people quit, because you're expecting your own experiences to be montages, when in reality they're very boring and it's a very long process. One of the biggest analogies that I can use, think about what it took you for you to get to a point where you're watching a video. If you're 15 years old, if you're 25, 35, 45, 55, however old you are, it's a process. At some point where you were just born, you couldn't take care of yourself. Eventually, you started. You were given a bit of a freedom when you ended up going to school. Your parents had to let you go and put you in school. Then you got older. Then you probably started riding a bike. Then you started driving a car. It's a process, and you have to be able to understand that it is a process. That once you're alive, you're not going to start driving a car. It doesn't happen that way. And that those simple things that happen in life, you should be able to understand. And a lot of us don't even think about it, because we just think that's just part of life. It is part of life, but those same concepts apply to anything in life. If you're trying to attain success, think about it from when you started to where you're at, and to where you want to go, and always continue to pushing through that journey, and understand that within those gaps, or those lapses of time where you're trying to get from point A to point B, you're going to have to make a lot of stops, where those stops are the same stops. It's going to be boring. You're going to have to do the same things. You're going to have to master certain things in order for you to excel and stand out in the near future. So yeah, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. If you did watch the entire video, subscribe, share your comments, your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Peace.